guys, welcome back to my channel Gulstudypoint. This is Gulstudypoint and today we are going to discuss a very most important topic. This is Lyrical Ballad by William Wordsworth. So this video is very helpful for all the students who is preparing for NET, TGT, PGT and doing graduation and post-graduation in English literature, because lyrical ballad is a very important topic for the exams. Questions are asked from the lyrical ballad in exams many times. So watch full video without skipping, like and share video and subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon for regular updates. So come to the point and let's start with the video. Lyrical Ballad is a collaborative collection of William Wordsworth and S.T. Coleridge. You people have to memorize the full form of S.T. Coleridge. S for Samuel, S-A-M-U-E-L, T for Tyler, T-Y-L-O-R. The full form of S.T. Coleridge is Samuel Tyler Coleridge. Lyrical Ballad is a collection of poems by William Wordsworth and S.T. Coleridge. Most of the poems in the 1798 editions were written by William Wordsworth. There are 4 editions of Lyrical Ballad. First edition published in 1798, second edition published in 1800, and third edition is published in 1802 and the fourth edition published in 1805. As I told you before that most of the poems in the 1798 edition were written by William Wordsworth. So you people have to memorize that 19 poems are written by William Wordsworth and 4 poems are written by S.T. Coleridge. Rime of the Ancient Mariner and Tintin's Abbey, The Idiot's Boy, the Preface included in the Lyrical Ballads. Rime of the Ancient Mariner is a very most important poem by S.T. Coleridge. Tintin's Abbey by William Wordsworth is a very important poem that is included in the Lyrical Ballad. The Idiot Boy is written by William Wordsworth. The Preface, written by William Wordsworth, included in the Lyrical Ballad. Frost at Midnight, composed by Coleridge, published in Lyrical Ballad, and in the winter of 1798, Coleridge composed the 4-line stanza poem in the presence of his sleeping infant son Hartley. So, we will talk about Lyrical Ballad 1798, that is the first edition of Lyrical Ballad. Lyrical Ballad is a collaborative collection of Wordsworth and Coleridge. It is published anonymously in 1798. There was no name mentioned on the book. It was only an experiment. The poet wanted to know if the reader would like his work or not. The poet used simple language and easy style. The poet wanted to check the reaction of the public readers. He wanted to know the reaction using common language, rural language in life, because the poet feels that using the real language with nature, I should have to write some work. The poet William Wordsworth wanted to express his views through a very easy and simple language that understood every person. So he wanted to use a very simple and easy language. He did not like the language of new classical poets. So the poet William Wordsworth write that I should have to write some work. So the writer William Wordsworth composed Lyrical Ballad. The poet's experiment was successful. The readers liked the poet's work very much. As I told you before that the poet William Wordsworth wanted to start a new type of poetry that is read by all common people. Let new classical poets used harsh language that every common people is not able to understand that harsh language. So William Wordsworth decided to write in simple and easy language that is read by all common people, that is understood by all common people. The poet William Wordsworth thinks that his poem is quite different to others' poet work. The poet wrote on nature. The poet wrote on nature. As you know that William Wordsworth was quite differ of his contemporary age poets. The poet thinks that there is a need of change in the poetry. So the poet wanted to show the common life of the people through his poetry. The poet uses the rural language to communicate nature, and this language is quite differ from late new classical poets language, because late new classical poets used very harsh and very tough language. The poet writes purposeful poetry. S.T. Coleridge's contribution to the first editions were The Rime of the Ancient Mariner, The Foster Mother's Tale, The Nightingale, and The Duncan. Wordsworth's poem is The Thorn, The Idiot Boy, Simon Lee, lines written in early spring, and lines written a few miles above Tintern's Abbey. That was the first edition of Lyrical Ballad 1798. Now we will discuss the second edition, that is Preface to Lyrical Ballad. So starts now. The second edition enlarged again in 1802. In the Preface to Lyrical Ballad, the poet gives the introduction of the lyrical ballads published in 1798. As I told you before that there is 4 editions of Lyrical Ballad, first, second, third and fourth. First edition published in 1798, second edition published in 1800, third edition published in 1802, and the fourth edition published in 1805. I have told you before the 1798 edition, that is Lyrical Ballad's first edition. Now we will discuss the Preface to Lyrical Ballad that is published in 1802. This is the second edition of Lyrical Ballad. It is published in 1800, in which Wordsworth included additional poems and a preface. The other edition published in 1802 and the fourth edition published in 1805. You people have to memorize the fourth edition date. So I am telling you again and again the year in which these editions were published. Their poems were written largely in Somerset. You people have to memorize this point, that all the poems, many of the poems were written largely in Somerset. We are talking the poems included in the Lyrical Ballad that is published in largely Somerset. The second volume of the second edition added many of the Wordsworth's most characteristic works, including Lucy, the Old Cumberland Beggar, and Michael, a Pastoral. Wordsworth and Coleridge were the two great romantics who rejected two neoclassical principles in favor of the Romanticism. Wordsworth is known the Bard of Rydal Mount. Okay, you people have to memorize this point, that William Wordsworth is known the Bard of Rydal Mount. William Wordsworth is known the high priest of nature, the harbinger of nature, and the great worshipper of nature. This was a today's topic, lyrical ballad. In my video, I tried my best to give you people as much knowledge as I could about lyrical ballad. I hope you liked the video. If you like the video, please like and subscribe my channel. We will meet again in my other video. Goodbye.